Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone, and shalom to my YAHAWAH who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. And today, actually, I have a lot to talk about. Okay, today, so YAHAWADAH, I can get it, bring them all out, and it can all be edifying to the elect. All right. So first things first, miracles. Okay, I just wanna really, I touched on it in another lesson, but I don't think I did the best job. So just briefly, I want to talk about miracles. Okay, so like understand what is a let's actually get the definition of a miracle. Okay, because miracles are something that is impossible. Okay, we know, say for example, I remember in one show, people are saying, oh, this person has cancer, you need a miracle to survive. Okay, a miracle definition: a surprising and welcome event that is not explicable by nature or scientific laws, and is therefore considered to be the work of a divine agency. Okay? Now, if I don't know, if that is not something that is directly from the Most High, I don't know what is. Okay? Because when a miracle happens, say for example, say you have cancer, all right? And they said that there's no cure for cancer. I believe they've been saying that they have a cure, but it's always been up in the air. People said, oh, we found a cure for cancer, then we don't. People are still dying from cancer and all this stuff like that. So I don't really know the full story on that, but cancer used to / is an incurable disease, and when someone gets it, it usually spells out their death. It means that they're going to die. Okay, so if the doctors say, okay, well, you have 6 weeks to live or whatever, all right, and then from the next day you go to the doctor again for your checkup or whatever, and they say, just out of nowhere, your cancer just went away. Okay, that's a miracle, because as the definition had stated, it's an unexplicable, ununderstanding, but welcoming event. Okay, there's no science behind it explaining that. Okay, the cancer went away because when you slept in this certain way, okay, when we gave you this certain medicine, okay, the medicine killed all the cancer cells. But that's not the case. Okay, so as a result, that's a miracle. All right. Now, in that same sense, okay, there's also the miracle. There's also other miracles with the Most High looking out for us. Okay. Now, recently I've been hearing a lot of different stories. Okay, but Slakia. First and foremost, I've been hearing a lot of brothers and sisters that are in this truth having to deal with a lot of demons that has been vexing them, spiritual and carnal. All right. So on top of that happening, also hearing that there's been miracles working for our people, where our people have been having trouble, having problems. Okay, and the Lord, through some way, shape, or form, has been resolving those issues for us. Okay, there's this one brother that had done a lesson. Okay, where he said that his wife was getting bothered, harassed, and flirted with by this man at work. Okay, and that's a brother that's in this truth. Okay, He said that his wife was you know, getting bothered by a man at work, and you know, she said, if you don't leave me alone, I'm gonna tell my husband to come over here to make you stop or whatever. But he didn't do it. I guess basically like the spirit went on him and to be like, you know what? Let me not. I'm gonna have the Lord handle it. Okay. And as a result, the brother said that I believe it was a flood or a hurricane or something, or a fire. I forgot what it was exactly, but then there was a fire or something that destroyed his house. He lost literally everything. Okay, and I thought that was a very good testimony. It's a very good thing that he brought out. Okay, because he didn't do anything. He just had faith that the Lord would take care of that wicked ass man. Because his wife told him multiple times, "Hey, I'm married. Don't bother me. I'm not interested in you." All right. And let me get this precept. Proverbs 20, verse 22. Say not thou, I will recompense evil, but wait on the Most High, and He shall save thee. All right. So now, again, it's the brother didn't go out and say, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go beat up some dude that's, you know, harassing my wife. No, he waited and he waited, he had faith, and the Lord, Yahweh, He brought the judgment on that man, okay? And again, like that's a miracle, okay? That's a miracle because instead of us trying to find our own ways, find our own solution to a problem that we're facing, okay? Sometimes, yes, we can solve them, okay, but there are also other times where, like in that brother's case, where we're not able to do it because it's gonna cause a big problem, and it might be a burden upon us if we do end up doing something, which is the wickedness of Esau's society. Which is the wickedness of Esau's society. Okay, when we are faced with a problem, if we do something, okay, we are liable to get in trouble for it. Okay, but Esau never once. And I remember this one thing, and this is another miracle. For me, okay, I had this neighbor, this garbage ass Edomite devil neighbor who kept on bothering me, banging on my door and whatnot. And then he started a fight with me. Okay, I had video evidence of him starting a fight with me. Okay, he literally put his hands on me, and because he put his hand on me, I defended myself. Okay, and then I showed it all to the police, and they still had the nerve to side with him and act as if I was in the wrong, or I could have gotten arrested when I showed evidence, video evidence, that he started the fight. Okay, and at the end of the day, that's Esau's thing. Okay, and honestly, that is my fault. That's on me. That's my fault for even thinking to call the police or reporting it to the police in the first place, because I should have known. These devils, they are not on my side. Anytime there's a Edomite involved, 9 times out of 10, okay, 99 times out of 10, all right, 99 out of 10, not 99 out of 100, but 99 out of 10, okay, 99 times out of 10, they're going to side with the Edomite, okay. They do not care about fairness. They preach all this fairness. We're not racist and all this stuff, but in reality, they show with their actions how they really feel. Okay, but at the end of the day, the Lord did a miracle for me and made my landlord evict him and his family. Okay, or whoever he was living with. All right, so the Lord did a miracle for me and got rid of that problem for me. So call on YAHAWASHI for looking out for his people. Okay, but at the same time, another slot. At the same time, okay, we need to understand that the Lord isn't a one-sided thing. There's two sides to this relationship. Okay, we can't just be wicked as all hell and expect the Lord to just look out for us, give us all we want. Okay, and which is the reason why we're in this captivity in the first place, because we went off. So that's why we're getting punished. So as a result, we need to be repenting, doing what we're supposed to be doing what the Lord told us to do. Okay, first and foremost, repenting. Following the words of the Most High YAHAWAH and His. Okay, following, watching the commandments, reading the scriptures. Searching scriptures daily, preaching this gospel to the four corners of the earth. All right, this is the things that we need to be doing. This is the things that the Lord told us to do. And let me get that as a matter of fact. In Deuteronomy chapter 28, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse from the top. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Most High thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Most High thy power. Okay, so again, having obedience, okay, following after the words of the Most High, doing all the commandments, repenting, okay, what is waiting for us is blessings, right? And I don't think that's the proper word, but it's like it's a complete opposite of how, when we go off, okay, we suffer, we get the curses on us, okay, which is why we're in this captivity right now. All right. So again, only through the Most High YAHAWAH, okay, are we gonna be able to see blessings and miracles working in our favor. All right. When we're in an impossible situation, like, oh, we're unable to pay rent or something like that, the Lord is gonna, find a way. He's gonna make something work for us. All right. And the thing is, another thing, the next thing I want to let me go back to this, because there was a bunch of news that I had saw that I need to go over, because I have not been doing some lessons like this for a bit. Okay, so April 3rd this year, April 3rd. Yeah, April 3rd. This is an article on April 3rd from End Time Headlines, all right? Top U.S. general warns that alliance between Iran, Russia, and China will spell big trouble for America, okay? So, again, no, not again, but basically, this is all signs of the end, okay? The people foolishly believe that America is going to last forever. Babylon is going to last forever. People have been saying, oh, in 2100, whatever, okay, however many years, like many decades into the future, we're going to have what's it called? President butt plug, whatever, doing or talking about whatever. Okay, when they actually believe that America or Babylon in general is going to last that long. Okay, and YAHAWAH does not. It does not. Okay, with all the news, with all the prophecies that's going down. All right, I'm going to go into more prophecies right here. with all the prophecies that's been going down, I struggle. I find it very hard to believe that Babylon has more than a decade in it. Slakia, bear with me. Let me get my thing. My script, my sword. Right? Second Timothy, no, first, let me get this, Slakia. Okay, so, one quick thing I want to go into before I go back into these. Again, from the End Time Headlines, all these articles are from End Time Headlines. I'm reading it off of their Instagram pages. They're just articles. Article titles, you can find more, I believe, on their website. All right? But again, as I was reading, Los Angeles LGBT Center is hosting a drag queen march on Easter Sunday. Okay, so that's one of the things. People think that Easter is a Christian, quote-unquote Christian holiday, when in actuality it's not. It's a pagan holiday. It is in the what's it called? I believe the KJV Bible. I believe it's mentioned in the KJV, but these are some of the things that have been added. Just like the Johannine comma, where it basically, the Johannine comma that's in the, I believe the KJV, basically explains how, basically supports the Trinity, but again, that is an add-on that's been added to the scriptures, right? I believe that it might not be in the 1611 Bible. I would have to check in. Someone have to check. I don't know. I will see if I can find out. But another thing I want to go. Oh, there was I saw an article where they had drag queens, which I believe are basically code for men dressing as women, basically dancing on children. Okay, that's another thing. Another thing is again from the End Time Headline, Stormy Daniels tries to summon deep. Oh, shit. Cracked screen. Slakia. All right, Slock. I'm gonna have it closer to me, I guess, from now on. All right, as I was saying, Stormy Daniels tries to summon demons with magic cards during interview, bringing reporter to tears. Okay, so basically, these demons are summoning demons, and basically it put on the demons that were summoned or whatever by Stormy Daniels. Even the reporter was able to, probably not a very spiritual, maybe not, I don't know the reporter, but probably not very spiritual, but even then, well, a majority of people aren't very spiritual in Babylon as a whole. So when they experience something, when they feel something, then it just goes to show just how powerful that demon was and how big of an impact it had on someone for them to cry. Okay, so yeah, that's another thing. So 2 Timothy chapter 3 from the top. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breaker, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of Yahweh, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from which having a form of godliness by denying the power thereof, from such turn away. From such turn away. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts. Okay, so the thing is, we want to go into in the last days. All right, men shall be lovers of their own selves, covers this, and it just goes to show a bunch. It goes to list a bunch of different types of people. All right, and a lot of it also ties into just the type of wickedness that people do, because one of the biggest things is the fact that people love to go and play in and kind of, I think play is a proper term in this example, because people do like to play around with different stuff, like different wicked devices. All right, and like demons and those tarot cards and whatnot, just any type of witchcraft. All right, that's what they do. That's what they like to do. Okay, they see they have an appeal to it because it appeals to them, or it appeals to them as demons liking demons. Okay, another thing I want to go into is having a form, verse 5, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. Okay? Let me get this. Let me get my slot here. Bear with me. John chapter 4, verse 22, Slakia for that. Ye worship, ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. Okay, so a lot of people do have a form of godliness. Okay, you even on the end time headlines, I would call it comment section. Okay, there's a bunch of people that claim to be Christians. Okay, but they don't truly know, who they actually serve and who they claim to believe in. Okay, now one of the things is say for example when there are some people that are preaching the word, there are Christians that are preaching the words, and they have their head covered. Okay, they don't really know that, or it's in the Bible. Okay, a lot of Christians do use the King James version, but they don't know that you're not supposed to have your head uncovered as a man. The women are supposed to have their head covered, but the men are not. Okay, let me get that just right quick. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 4, every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head. Okay, now let me move back up. Let me move up to verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh. Okay, so the head of the man, okay, as a man, our head is YAHAWASHI. Okay, so we're supposed to be honoring YAHAWASHI by having our heads uncovered, which is why my head is uncovered. Okay, right now in this instant. Okay, in this instance. All right. But yeah, a lot of people, they want to say, they want to claim or say, oh yeah, Yahweh, oh yeah, I'm a Christian, God's gonna protect me and whatnot. But in actuality, you know, they don't know what they're saying. They don't know what they're worshiping. They don't know what they believe in. Okay, a lot of people, they do serve and they actually believe that white image of Christ is the true Messiah, YAHAWASHI. Okay, and because of that, and that, by the way, that is Edomites and Israelites, a bunch of people in general. Anyone that it applies to, and you're a Christian, then you are serving a false god. Slacking once again. Okay, and there was a bunch of research done where they basically proved that, oh, YAHAWASHI was in fact a so-called black man with black man features. Okay, and then I also heard in when I was watching one of those documentaries, okay, the researcher or whatever, the Edomite scientist was like, wow, I can't believe, like, I'm baffled or whatever. Like, they were very surprised to learn that. Okay, that also applies for ancient Egyptians. Okay, but another thing is I want to talk about being spiritual. Okay, being spiritual in the sense of, like, are you able to see the signs that the Lord is sending you? Okay, now one of the biggest things is being able to see, because a lot of times the Most High is talking to us, okay, but it's not a very direct verbal, oh, hey, do this, do that, X, Y, and Z, okay? It's a lot more subtle, and you have to have the ears to hear, and you can only hear and see it if the Lord has given you those ears to hear and the eyes to see, okay? So I'll use an example, a shameful example of mine, okay? There was one time where I was before I was in this truth, okay? Before I was in the truth, I was asking, like, Lord, Yahweh, not Yahweh, but I was saying, God, please give me a sign, all right? And the exact words that I said was, give me the green light to go and do this thing, okay? And then lo and behold, after I opened my eyes and turned around, and it was by some miracle, again, that's a common topic that always happens, okay? By some miracle, the Lord had a freaking truck right there that had the word green on it, okay? Obviously it wasn't a green light, but the symbolism of me asking for a green light, and then the Lord showing me the color green as well as the word green, all right? That cannot be anything but a sign from the Most High Yahweh telling me to have gone and do it. But unfortunately, I did not do it, and yeah, I guess I'm just here for today. But honestly, just the fact that I was able to remember that after so many years of me regretting that decision, but I'm able to bring it out here now to you guys. And if the Lord gives you a sign like that, you better jump on it immediately. All right? And that applies into many different ways. In many different ways, like say for example, well actually there was this one game I was playing. Okay, it's called Forspoken. Okay, and in it, the main character, there's one feature in this game or one side quest, whatever, where the main character gets led by these cats. Okay, and now the cats lead them, but the cats don't verbally say, hey, follow me, I have something to give you, okay? But you assume, you look at the cat, you observe them, you see like, okay, wait, what is going on? The cat is trying to tell me something, trying to do something, and then the cat leads you to the thing, okay? Now the thing about that is, that's not just something that was in the game, it applies into real life. Slaki. It applies to real life because for me, for example, I have cats, okay? And my cat, whenever there's no food in its bowl, it leads me, it meows, it calls me, whatever, it bothers me, and I'm like, wait, what do you want? Okay, and then I get up, I start following her, and she actually leads me to her bowl, and I see, okay, you know, something's wrong, let me fix it, okay? So in that same sense, now I'm not comparing the Most High to animals, but I'm just trying to say that, you know, it's the subtlety in these signs, as well as you opening your ears, opening your eyes to be able to see and hear the signs, see and hear the messages that the Lord is trying to tell you, okay? So in that same sense, you know, you could be, something could be telling you, hey, go do this, go do that, okay, but you have to open your eyes to see, okay? Now let me get this. Oh, yeah. Slaughter. Slakia, a lot goes on. Okay, Luke chapter 10, verse 23. And he turned him unto his disciples and said privately, blessed are the eyes which see the things that ye see. For I tell you that many prophets and kings have desired to see, have desired to see those things which ye see and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear and have not heard them. Okay, so this could still be applied. It's primarily talking about like the prophecies, but it also does apply to the same thing. Okay, yes, we want to see. The prophets would have loved to see, you know, China, Russia, and Iran working together, because these are signs of the end. But also, as I had brought up, but also there's also the fact of signs from the Most High telling us, and warning us of, you know, just basically quick signs in general. All right. And also there was another thing. On April 8th this year, rockets have been fired at Israel from Syria. So Syria shot Israel with rockets. Now the thing is, there's also Slakia, bear with me, I'm trying to find it. April 8th, Chinese military carries out rehearsals of encirclement of Taiwan. April 9th, China carries out simulation of striking key targets in Taiwan. Fears grow of full invasion. Okay, so there was the invasion from Russia on Ukraine. Okay, but now there's the fears of China to Taiwan. April 8th, day back before that, China sends 71 warplanes near Taiwan in display of combat readiness. All right. April 10th, China announces to the world that it is now ready to fight after drills near Taiwan. So again, first we had Russia invading Ukraine. Now we're gonna have, if it did not already start, I believe it did, China invading and attacking Taiwan. All right. And this is all biblical prophecy. Okay, for there to be World War III. Okay, enmity in the world. Okay, everything is being put into place. All right. Let me see if I can find another one. There should be another one. Oh, okay. So this is these two articles. Okay. Number one. 87-year-old Dalai Lama apologizes after kissing young boy on the lips and asking the child to suck his tongue. This is April 10th. Again, end time headlines. Okay, so again, now you can see that they are pushing this LGBT alphabet agenda all throughout the world. Okay, I don't know who this Dalai Lama is. I think it's not China. I don't know where he's at. I think it's India. But basically, it started in America. You know how they were grooming kids and making them think, here's some books with homoerotic fantasies in it involving kids. Here's some drag queens coming in and dressing provocatively, dancing on their kids, okay? Dancing on these kids, like, who? Slocky, whatever. But, just all these things that are going forward and forward, okay? So, in the same sense, back in I believe, I forgot who the president was before. I think it was George Bush, during the presidency of Obama, when I think that was when they legalized gay marriage. Okay, it was slowly being made okay, just like the jab was slowly being made okay. In that same sense, they're slowly making pedophilia okay, and that's just, I'm just being honest. Okay, this is what we can clearly see. Okay, yeah, he apologized today. Okay, but what else did he get? Did he get arrested for that? Are they doing anything? Is there any punishment for doing this? Okay, again, I also heard that, I believe in one of the western states, I forgot which one, maybe California, they lifted up a bunch of people's pedophilia charges. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, but I think, yeah, I think it's okay to sleep with underage children now. Okay, but that's what they're doing. They're pushing for more wickedness in the world. All right. Actually, let me get this. Again, from the end time headlines, a federal judge stands behind the firing of an Indiana teacher who refused to use transgender students' names and pronouns. Okay, so because they didn't want to say, Zim, whatever type of pronouns that they have, okay, that they've created out of nowhere, that's not based on any, facts, it's just fabricated, okay, then they lost their job, okay, and that's what they're pushing. Now, another thing is, the last thing I want to go into, from end time headline. New research says polyamory is on the rise and society should be more accommodating. Now, the primary reason for end time headlines, Slucky, I don't know why I'm not speaking right. End time headline is for a lot of Christians. Like, it's primarily a Christian thing that's just uploads news on stuff that they don't agree with and basically showing, oh yeah, this is the end time and whatnot. If you look at the comments section, which I'm going to go into right now, a lot of people, well, I'll just read it, okay? So, first comment, it says, if they're all happy, I wouldn't mind having many wives to have many kids, okay? Another one, and there are some brothers in here that actually do know the truth, that are saying some facts, okay? From a brother, or that not a brother, I don't know if they're a brother, but basically from someone that's from the name of Nehemiah 144K, Exodus 21:10, if he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. Jacob, shall he not diminish. So we're allowed to, as Israelite men, or as men, we're allowed to have multiple women, okay? But as long as we treat them properly, treat them fairly, treat them equally, all right? Jacob later named Israel had multiple wives. Exactly, Jacob is a perfect example. Jacob had two wives, Leah and Rachel, I believe. Isaac also had multiple wives. Biblically, it's lawful to have more than one wife if you are providing for both / all of them, not showing favoritism, okay? And again, there are people that were having problems with it. Okay, here, someone said, this is from Arthur Fantast 1K, polyamory is destructive. Unfortunately, no one wants marriage which builds up. Polygamy is legal by God's standards, Exodus 21:10, but marriage in the mind of most people is slavery, and they'd rather not commit and be able to leave, and women want to be run through. Okay, so that's kind of facts, but he acknowledges that the Most High accepts it. I'm trying to find the ones that disagree. Lucky, I'm trying to find someone. Even a beautiful precept that someone brought up. Okay, Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. They didn't write it down, but get it. Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Okay. But the reality of it is a lot of these women, heathen and Israelite women, are going to be looking for men of the Lord, okay? They're going to be looking for men of the Lord in order to have protection, in order to be delivered in that time, okay? Right now, I guess it started, okay? Because there was an instance where there was an article that was saying that a lot of people, a lot of adults or gen whatever, 20-something to 35, were moving back in with their parents because the cost of living was too high. So as a result, if it's getting hard to live, by yourself or as a single family, all right, then there are obviously going to be women that say, okay, well, this is too much for me. It's too much issue. I need to go find a man, and they're going to be okay, even though most women are not okay with being in a polygamous relationship. But now a lot of them are conforming and conceding, I guess is the word, because time has gotten so tough, and that is the thing about women. They usually just go for whoever is the winner, who's on the winning side, okay, which is going to be a very big thing, you know, during Jacob's trouble, or even leading up to Jacob's trouble, as things get harder and harder. All right. But with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Bahasham YAHAWASHI, Bahasham YAHAWAH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And with that, I want to say Shalom.